נפילה שם, נפילה. הנה עוד אחד, נפילה שם. יואו! احنا رجال ومسكينة وبالغير القمر حسين بدمن وضحي له جمل ما
ये जी कतर में हमला हुआ है मिसाइल का ईरान की तरफ से। ओए
נפילה שם, נפילה. הנה עוד אחד, נפילה שם. יואו!
The United States military is undertaking a massive and ongoing operation to prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests. We are going to destroy their missiles and raise their missile industry to the ground. It will be totally, again, obliterated.
Target number 1, the compound of the supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, destroyed. The Israelis are reported to believe that he was likely killed, although neither the Americans nor the Iranians have as yet provided confirmation.
Almost all officials are safe and sound and alive. We may have lost 1 or 2 commanders, but that is not a big problem.
The ruins of a school in the southern town of Minab, allegedly hit by either an Israeli or an American strike. The Iranian government says dozens of children were killed. It's unclear whether the school was a target or hit by a stray missile. Revolutionary Guard targets were struck all over the country, as the Israeli Prime Minister suggested that the attacks were to support the people of Iran.
Help has arrived.
And I believe the day is near when Israel and a free Iran will hold hands in favor of security and peace, in favor of progress and prosperity.
Iran hit back immediately, targeting the US naval base in Bahrain, as well as US facilities and other targets in another 7 countries across the region. After the UAE and Jordan were hit, Saudi Arabia condemned Iran's blatant aggression in a strong statement, indicating that Gulf countries are supporting the US and Israel. An Iranian missile hit Kuwait airport, and planes have been grounded indefinitely across the region. Sirens sounded across Israel as people sought shelter, expecting attacks. Iran said it had blocked the Straits of Hormuz, the shipping lane which handles some 20% of the world's oil.
Trump should know that today we are equipped with the most advanced capabilities to fight you for years. At the start of the war, we are firing whatever we have at the bottom of our stockpile. But as it continues, we will use our most powerful missiles, the things we have not revealed until now, the ones we have kept under wraps, we will also bring out in the coming days.
The regime brought out a few supporters onto the streets, trying to show that it fears nothing. But the Americans are hoping that somehow their air campaign can persuade Iranians who protested against the regime last month and were killed in their thousands to rise up again.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
And it seems that some, at least, are listening. A Tehran resident sent us this voice message. We're disguising his identity.
U.S. President Donald Trump asked people to stay inside until they are finished with bombing the targets. He underlined that it is dangerous to go out. So a lot of people are listening to that, waiting for the bombings to be over and then take further measures.
After nightfall, Iran struck a high-rise in Bahrain. And this on the Fairmont Dubai Palm Hotel. Dubai, which prides itself on the wealth and stability it offers its citizens and foreigners. Now the front line in a war between the US and Iran, a war that threatens to engulf the whole region with unknown and almost certainly unintended consequences.
Against the great Satan that once helped orchestrate a coup against its leaders. Just a few months ago, Donald Trump launched an attack that he said obliterated Iran's nuclear capabilities. So why have they attacked again? Kemian Zerum reports.
America's relationship with Iran had been tense for decades before the hostage crisis which came to define their bitter feud. The failed rescue mission of 52 embassy staff abducted during the 1979 revolution. Helicopters lying wrecked in the desert after poor planning and mechanical failure. 8 US soldiers killed in the confusion. By the time the hostages were eventually returned, the pattern had been set. Iran's Islamic leadership implacably opposed to a US-centric worldview, determined to use its own influence to build an Islamic republic at the heart of the Middle East, and pursuing nuclear energy as a matter of national pride and security. But nuclear bombs, feared Washington, were Iran's real ambition, which Iran has denied all along. And thus we arrive at today. The US and its allies say Iran's support of allied militias across the region, what Tehran calls the axis of resistance, fuels instability and political violence. From Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon and Syria to Shia militias in Iraq and the Houthis in Yemen. Iran sponsoring what the West calls terror and its nuclear program, both issues always near the top of the global diplomatic in-tray. President Obama reached a deal that supposedly limited enrichment with the Iranian President Rouhani.
The two of us discussed our ongoing efforts to reach an agreement over Iran's nuclear program,
only to be torn up by Trump during his first term in favor of sanctions.
We will be instituting the highest level of economic sanction.
October the 7th then unleashed change not just in Gaza, but across the entire region. Israel went after Hamas. Gaza destroyed, tens of thousands killed. Hamas still in charge, but weakened. Likewise, Hezbollah in Lebanon, whose leadership was decapitated and firepower degraded after pages were booby-trapped and a relentless bombing campaign. The axis of resistance was collapsing. As for Iran itself, Israel launched the 12-day war last summer, which many say bumped Trump into attacking the country's nuclear facilities in Operation Midnight Hammer.
They were decimated. Their nuclear capability, that potential which could have happened within 3 or 4 weeks, was decimated. It's been obliterated.
Since then, Washington deployed a huge armada, Trump's goal expanding from stopping an Iranian nuke to regime change. During widespread protests a few weeks ago, the US promised the demonstrators help was on its way. But the mullahs and Revolutionary Guard are in total control of internal security. Human rights groups say 30,000 were killed for daring to protest. Last week in
Iran responded to foreign attacks. America and Israel were shocked. Located in various cities and regions of Israel, explosions were heard at American military bases. Operation Pastorane Inqilab has killed 680 Americans to date. Proclaiming the death of the infinite, he warned them of the impending war. Riyadh's CIA station in Dubai, Amaki, Kuwait, and Qatar Ports Council, the American base, continued to come under attack from Iran. American authorities killed 6 soldiers. American and Israeli attacks on Tehran's response to the events in Zayat. The series also continues in full. After the introduction of American-Israeli sanctions against Iran, then came Tehran's retaliatory actions. Still going strong. From Iran. Last night also the Israeli government, the tomb of Baitul Maqdis and the Maghreb coast, more attacks followed, causing alarm. Sirens sounded. Israeli citizens fled the country. Hide in the bunkers. Iranian Revolution Pasdar. These decisions allowed Israel to occupy territories in the region. The endless struggle for escape, a warning in the face. The second stage ended with Iran's retaliatory actions. During the war, the water jug also got stuck. Pastorane Inqilab gave a quick response. So far, 680 American soldiers have died as a result of these attacks. They declared him dead. While the Army Department DAFA reports that an Iranian drone was spotted in the port of Kuwait. 6 people have been confirmed dead in the attack, in which 4 soldiers were identified. Pozdan Inquilab published a photo an American naval ship was also based in Bahri Hind. The Iranians announced that they had struck targets. Meanwhile, the Iranians afwaz in the Saudi Arabian government drones strike CIS stations. As a result of the attack, the roof of the building sustained serious damage. Was destroyed. Saudi Arabia stated that 9 drones arriving from Iran were destroyed. The Saudi Arabian government condemned the Iranian invasion of its territory. He also gave the signal for retaliatory action. Meanwhile, Iran attacked the American Adaid airbase in Qatar. Qatar also fired 2 ballistic missiles at, according to Vizirat Daf, one of whom second Janib at the American consulate in Dubai. A fire broke out in the building after a drone strike. Clouds of smoke that can be seen from afar. This one. U.S. military authorities have launched a ceasefire against Iran targeting Zadi Adaf since 2000 according to CENTCOM. 17 Iranian Bahri ship AAP complete with 2 people Bahria was abolished. Amri Sadr by writing a letter to Congress. Jung Non Mina gave the order to continue for a long time. President Trump recognizes new Iranian potential. The Americans have also claimed to have eliminated them. Wazir Kharja Amabayo in the next few days MAD gave the signal to attack with great force. America and Israel against Iran. Jariat entered on the 5th day. U.S. Central Command launched Operation APEC. Operations carried out so far under the ferry. The details were released. Command from Admiral. According to Brad Copper, Iran has approximately 2,000 Adab targeted 17 Iranians. The other ships were sunk. There is also a claim of destroying the entire Iranian Navy. Hundreds of Iranian ballistic missiles and the drones were destroyed. B-2 bombs are ready. Surgical strikes were carried out in Iran. The operation involved 50 personnel, 200 fighter jets and 2 foreign warships are involved. Israel and America's Fijian as per the orders to have complete control over the atmosphere in Iran. Iran has many missile launchers. The operation will continue until the Americans are eliminated.